Everybody, this is Steel Glowing Purple, and I've got a new video for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy this. Today we are going to dehydrate some peaches, and then afterwards we're going to throw them in a vacuum sealer and vacuum seal them. And I'll explain a little bit about the model of equipment that I have, where I got it from, and some hints or tips that you guys may enjoy. You guys may even send me some advice on how to do things a little bit different, and that's always welcome. Alright guys, so let's get right into this video. Alright guys, so as you can see, the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to put some paper towels down. I put some paper towels down on near the base of the drying rack to keep any unwanted fluids or any marinades or anything like that out of there. And put the top rack on. Now, another thing that one of the first things that I've done before all this is I took a big number 10 can of peaches, and they're not entirely drained, but that's okay. I'm going to leave this on for about 12 hours anyway, maybe a little more, depends on how I feel once I get up tomorrow. But all I'm going to do is I've got my peaches right here. They've been mostly drained. And I'm going to just kind of stack them here on the drying rack. Just like this. And I'm going to make sure to keep them apart about 1/4 of an inch. So that they can dry really, really well. And so I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get most of the way through, and I'll come back to you guys and let you know, guys, a little bit more about what's going on. Real quick, I just want to let y'all know what I did to prepare these peaches for putting them on the dehydrator. All I did was I took a slotted spoon and just picked them up out of the can, the number 10 can. And put them in this, and yes, they still have a lot of syrup on them. That's entirely optional. I've seen people wash them afterwards. I've seen people just do this. It's entirely optional to you, whatever you want to do. But this is my method. This is how I'm going to do it, and that's how I like it. And again, I did this yesterday. And they come out really, really well. They were quite dehydrated. They weren't dry or crunchy for the most part. They were more like I call them candy. I mean, because they're really like candy. They're sweet, they're chewy, and they're just absolutely good. Try not to get any juice, as I think I I dropped some in. Try not to get any juice down in the middle, because you don't want this thing to get ruined. This thing was $40 on Amazon, and $40 ain't bad, but you know, $40 is $40. It's one of the fairly cheaper models. I'm going to find a smaller piece to go up there. It's one of the fairly cheaper models. This is a Presto. I believe this one's going to be the 6300 model. And gotta find the right rack. It is it's very good. I like it. And for those of you that know, you know, I've got my hunting license and 6 deer tags. In Oklahoma, archery deer and archery turkey season open on October 4th, and it's like September 12th or 13th today. But yeah, I've got about 2 more weeks to go ahead and get as much ready as I can to hit the woods and start doing some archery hunting. And I've tried to post a video a couple of times about my crossbows. I just got 2 crossbows, But for some reason, every time I try to edit the video, so for some reason the video keeps getting corrupted. So I can't, I have to reshoot the video, and I've done it. I've reshot the video about 3 or 4 times, and I'm just about to get rid of it, give up. But I'm going to be doing a lot of deer jerky this winter, or here in the next few weeks, hopefully, if I can get some deer this season. And turkey season also opens again, like I said, on October 1st. I'm not a big fan of turkey. The woman of the house likes it, but I'm just not a big fan. And I'll probably do 1 or 2 for her, and have it that way. But that's just we'll just see how things play out by the time season comes around. All right, guys. So like I said before, you can either wash these out or you don't have to. It doesn't really make a difference. It just makes it a little sweeter to me, and I'm okay with that. So the rest of the stuff in the bowl is pretty much the mushed up pieces. So I'm not going to use those. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish this and get started on the rest of it, and I'll show you what goes on right after this. All right, guys. So there they are. All 4 racks are full. And you can see how I've got them arranged, and you can see there's no space all the way around to get the air going all the way through. And all I got to do is plug it in and make sure, record the time, remember what time it is, and take them off in about 12 hours. About halfway through, I'll flip them. I'm not going to flip all the trays all at once. I'm just going to take the top 2 trays and I'm put them down on the bottom half instead of having them up top. That's as far as I'm going to do with flipping them. And I'll check them about 12 hours, see how I like them, and we'll go from there. Back. It's tomorrow. Let me get some stuff situated here. It is tomorrow, and I gotta get my mic put on. And they are done. Let's take the lid off, set it to the side. All right, guys, this is it. They dry up pretty thin, as you can see right there. The back piece, the back part of the wedge, stays a little thick, but here's one that's a little bit better. You see how well they dry up. Now I'm going to take each tray and I'll put them in a separate bag, Ziploc bag, I guess, and or a paper plate or something, and then I'm going to I'm going to vacuum seal 1 tray of peaches at a time. So it's going to be 4 vacuum bags, a total of 4 vacuum bags, because I have 4 trays, and that's going to give me my entire number 10 can of peaches. Alright, now this is what I did a couple of days ago. This is an entire number 10 can inside of a sandwich size Ziploc bag. I haven't got these vacuum sealed yet, but I'm going to do these today as well, so we can go ahead and do that. Just kind of a size comparison, I had 2 2-quart bowls full of peaches from the number 10 can, and that is I dehydrated them, and this is the outcome. I did have a few pieces, and they are really good. They're like candy, so I'm really going to have to vacuum seal them and hide them from myself. Alright, so that is 1 tray. That is just the top tray. of peaches. Like I said, what I'm going to do is put those in a Ziploc freezer bag, or I'm sorry, a vacuum seal bag, and vacuum seal them. I will wrap them with paper towel because there are some sharp edges and they are kind of tough, and I don't want that the sharp edges to puncture the vacuum bag, and then what's the point of that? Alright guys, as you may imagine, tiny house living is quite challenging at times. So I don't have my kitchen set up yet, but when I get that done, this will be a lot easier. So I made about a sandwich sized bag out of my roll of vacuum bags, and I'm just going to take a paper towel and I'm going to fold it in half just like that, long ways or crossways, I don't know, however you want to say it. There goes the wiener dog. And I'm just going to stick it down in there. Sometimes it gets a little difficult, but you got to do what you can. And just like that, and then I'm going to take the dried peaches that I have in my paper plate right here, and I'm just going to pour them directly in there and I might have to do this off camera. Yeah. There we go. And then, since I've got this little excess in here, I don't want that, going into the part that I'm going to be vacuuming and sealing. So I'll just fold that over, just like that. I'll raise my vacuum bag up. I've got a cat trying to crawl up my right leg while I'm doing this. I've got her finally given away. And from there, the rest of them are the females getting fixed. So, alright. Now, this is a Grayon vacuum sealer. I really like it. I found it on Amazon. It was, I think, $30 or $40. So I ordered it, and the same thing with the food dehydrator. It's a Presto 6300 food dehydrator from Amazon, and I think it was $40 as well. So I've got $80 tied up into food preservation, and it's worth it. When you think about, making a big, huge, giant pot of spaghetti, and you instead of throwing it out, you just dehydrate it and vacuum seal it. It makes a lot of a difference in that, so that you don't waste near as much food, especially as a prepper, or somebody that's going to be going hunting a lot like me. I could just take some of those foods, some of those freezer, those dehydrated meals, and throw them in my bag, my hunting backpack, and if I get it, for example, peaches, I could throw these peaches out there, and whenever I'm ready, I'll just break the seal. And actually, what I'm going to show you real quick, what I do to make it a lot easier. On the edge right here, I make sure I go down below the vacuum sealed part. Let me turn the flashlight off real quick. What I'll do is I'll try not to stab myself, but that part that's the seal right here, I'll go about 1/4 inch below. Make sure I'm in the edge part that is sealed, factory sealed, and I'll just take and make a small little cut just like that right there. That way when I get ready to open them, I can just tear them open. That's my little advice for that. But that's about it. That's it. That's all you got to do. And it's really, 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 really easy. I mean, it's probably maybe 10 or 15 minutes of prep work total. And then that's how easy it is. Just peel them off, throw them in a vacuum seal bag and vacuum seal them, and you're done. So these are probably going to go in the freezer. And I'm not quite sure yet, actually, because there is a lot of moisture out of them. All right, guys. So real quick, I'm going to recap on the bags themselves. The vacuum sealer comes with a small roll of bags like this. These are 8-inch wide bags, and about 5 or 6 pre-cut. I believe they're 8-inch bags as well. So what I did is I went on Amazon and I found a roll of 11-inch by 50 foot and a roll of 8-inch by 50 foot vacuum bags. And those are separate. I can't remember what I paid for them. I think they were like 10 or 11 bucks. They might have been cheaper. I don't even know. I don't remember. But I'll look it up. I'll look it up on my Amazon account, and I will let you guys know in the down in the description below. And I'll also put links to what I bought down in the description below, so that you guys can look at it and decide if you guys are interested in it. You can decide on whether or not to get it. Another thing, the day that I ordered my dehydrator, I got a phone call from my sister saying, because I've been wanting one for a few months. I've actually been wanting one for a few years, but I finally got back interested in it about a month or two ago, and have just been absolutely dead set on it, and I finally got one. So I've been talking to my family about it. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna dehydrate stuff. And well, the day that I ordered my dehydrator, I got a phone call from my sister saying that she bought me one at Goodwill for like $4. And I was like, I just ordered one, but I was like, okay, I'll probably use them both anyway. So I've got I haven't even as far as just looking at it, the model and everything, I haven't taken it apart. I haven't put it in clean, haven't got it cleaned or anything yet. So I am going to do that. Of all the luck, is the exact same model that I just bought on Amazon. It is a Dehydro 6300. So if either I have two options, either I can run two at the same time, or I can use the existing trays that came with the one that my sister bought me, and just double stack the trays. And I think the trays, you can double stack up to like, I think 12 trays. Actually, I have something right here, and it says the tray assembly thing. It doesn't say how many on it, but I've heard 8, and I believe the manual, I gotta find the manual, but I think the manual actually says 12. But I'll find the manual and I'll look at it, and I will leave that down in the description as well, as to how many trays you can get. And now I've looked at extra trays on Amazon. For an extra 4 trays is like $26. So that's a little bit pricey, but compared to a $4 dehydrator from Goodwill, and it's the exact same model, I've already got it beat. So, but yeah, if you guys are interested in dehydrating, look around. You may actually find the same model that you're looking for in a thrift store or in a resale shop for, literally like 10% of what you're paying for it brand new. I have yet to plug it in and see if it heats up or anything. I've still got to clean it because I don't trust a lot of stuff from it's not that I don't trust that it doesn't work. It's just that I don't know where it came from. I don't know, not to be rude or anything, but I just want to make sure it's cleaned, really clean and stuff before I get started putting any food in there. Worst comes to worst, I toss the actual dehydrator and fan part and use the racks only. So worst case scenario, I'm already up $20, just on the racks alone. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get that stuff taken care of. Again, if you guys have any recipes or any ideas as to what to dehydrate, let me know, because I'm really gonna I really want to just go crazy with this thing. And I didn't think about this until after my sister was at Sam's one day, and she asked me if I needed anything. I said, give me a couple of number 10 cans of peaches and a couple number 10 cans of chili. Then I got thinking, I don't know what kind of fat they use in the chili, in the canned chili, so I'm really not sure about if that's going to be a good idea or not. I probably will do maybe one tray just to see if it works out, and from that, if I do decide to do a full can, it will be frozen, because I don't know if they use, what kind of fat they use in it, or how lean the meat is that they use in the fat, or how lean of meat they use in the chili, because that's another thing that's really that I'm going to be really picky on, is because a lot of the fat content, a lot of the different kinds of fats is going to determine whether or not I dehydrate the food. So be sure, if you guys are interested, make sure that you look at the fat content and what kind of fat goes into the meats that you have, or the foods that you have. For example, I believe peanut oil or canola oil are the best fats to use. So I'm not quite sure about that entirely, but do your own research. This is just what I've kind of learned, and but I know what I'm going to be doing, so I can't really speak for you guys and tell you guys what to use and what not to use. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. I appreciate you watching. If you like what y'all saw, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Also hit that notification bell so you can get notified to anytime I put new content up. And check down below, there's going to be a link to my Facebook page if you guys want to check that out as well. I will start putting some more stuff on Facebook, and I say it all the time. I say all kinds of stuff like that all the time. But anyways, looks like somebody's plowing out there. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks a lot. Stay safe and keep prepping. Yeah, I can't tell you how many takes it is. Stay safe and keep prepping.